Boom. How about now? Sorry. So we'll try this again. What is going on, All Terrain Nation? Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, you know the drill. It does not matter what you drive. This is your All Terrain Nation. I am your host, David Boyd, and sorry about the sound issue there. Um, Anyways, as I was going to get into, the 2022 Mach E is either it pisses people off or people love it, man. In my opinions of Ford using the Mustang name kind of vary. One day I'm with it, one day I'm not. And part of the reason that I think that is they needed to use the Mustang name because they wanted to bring people, they want to bring kind of the normal auto buying person into electrification. Now, if they would have just called this a Mach E, which I think eventually it gets called just the Mach E, I think people would have been like, what's going on with this thing? Why are we calling this just a Mach E? So I think initially Ford had to associate a name with it, just like what they're doing with the Ford Lightning. It's an F-150 Ford Lightning. It's a Ford Lightning, but they're basing it around the F-150. They're pushing. They want the buyers, the old school buyers. Ford has a ton of them. They want to make it acceptable for people to buy electric vehicles. So I wanted to get into the build and price of this. And as you'll see with this build and price, options they're slim on electric vehicles. Now, I've looked at other electric vehicles, and some manufacturers have more build and price options than others. And Ford, I think, due to like what you were saying there, Mark, there is a microchip issue with these things, and electrical vehicles use a lot of microchips. And so you're going to see when we jump into this build and price that well, options kind of are slim. But first, let me I want to pull up this website because do this. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to do four things at once. There we go. Share. And we're going to bring up Ford's website on this. There we go. All right, so this is the technical specifications. So they have a few models, or they did have a few models. I think they've slimmed these down right now because, well, it's hard to get anything built right now. And of course, the news came out this past week, and that Japan's they had an earthquake. It's now made like they're one of the big chip manufacturers. It's kind of put a cramp into that. They could be down for 2 to 3 months, which so if you have a vehicle on order, good luck. I'm counting on you to get it. But so I want to go through this. So they have a couple options. There is the Select, the Premium, the California Route 1, the GT and GT Performance Edition, and the Mach E White or Ice White Edition. It's a premium model only. And but when you get into Ford's website, it's a little different on that, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. But first off, I want to say hi to everybody. We got Mark, we got Honest, we got a few others in here that aren't chatting, but that's all right. Cheers on this Saturday. Ah, man, it's not my normal fun drink, but it's a little early for me, anyways. Let's see. Now let me get into. I got to bring this website back up. So let's go to Ford. And I had it up, and well, wouldn't you know it, I screwed it up. There we go. All right, so here is Ford's website. Obviously you see what they're really bragging about right now, which is Bronco, which is a lot of my audience knows. Bronco is a tough vehicle to get. And normally when I do these building prices, I do not go through the website. But I am not a big guy for electrical vehicles, so I wanted to kind of look at and see what kind of some of the options were now. So first off, though, would any of the electrical vehicles be appealing to you right now? Range seems to be the biggest thing for electrical vehicles, that they just don't seem to have a bunch of range. And GM's offering that the Silverado EV they're going to do is supposedly have 400 miles of range, which sounds cool. It takes probably 2 days to charge the damn thing. And Ford might be a little more practical. I think it's around 280, and we'll get into it here in just a minute. But I think it's around 280s where they're saying that their range is at. And now, while for daily use, I think that's kind of okay, but we don't all daily our vehicles. Some people want to, salespeople and stuff have long trips they do. And hopefully when they go to they're trying to sell somebody something, there's a place to charge them in. So let's see. Martin S, Tesla price major. Yes, they did. Everybody's having a major price increase right now because of issues building them. Building vehicles right now is a nightmare. Of course, we got inflation and all that going on. Whatever your political opinion is, I don't care. We all have our thoughts of why. But let's get back to the Ford website here, and let's go into let's see. We got all kinds of options here, but let's go into electrified. Now, I find it's kind of funny what they consider electrified. Obviously, Maverick, you can get it in a hybrid. There's the Escape hybrid. There's the Escape SE plug-in. The new E-Transit. We got the Mach E, the Explorer Platinum, which is a plug-in version. You got the F-150 with the Power Boost hybrid, and you have the F-150 Lightning. So today we are more worried about the Mach E. So let's click this website. And off the bat, look at that. Look at that nice school bus yellow Mach E. No, Ford, you don't want my opinion right now. Yeah, the performance right now, I will agree, Mark. The performance sounds awesome, but the cost of getting that performance might, right now, it might just be better to stick with it. If you want something fast, yes. If you want the fastest thing out there, you go get you a Tesla Plaid, and it's ridiculous how fast that thing will go, and you're gonna have to charge it. You're gonna keep going through it, just knocking yourself in the back of the seat, just enjoying it, and an hour later you got to go charge the damn thing. It's kind of like being a kid with the RC car. I remember when I was a kid, you had to put little physical batteries in these RC cars, these little Tyco RC cars. I'd have fun for like 30 to 40 minutes, and before I knew it, the battery was dead. So, and it is what it is on that. But so let's get back into this. So the 22 Ford Mustang Mach E. Let's click order now, which is going to take us to their kind of sort of build and price pages. But as you can see, we only get two options. What is up with this, Ford? Are you pushing, knowing the chip issues? Have you just sort of paused some of these? I don't track Ford EV that well, so I'm probably not the exact guy to go, hey, this is why. But we're going to work with what we got. So right now, and I think we're going to build both of these because I'm curious what the price out is going to be. So if you look at Select, we got a starting MSRP of $43,895. And if you want the GT version, the starting price is $61,995. Now that's a hell of a price increase. And are we going to get anything for that price increase? They do put some larger electrical motors in them, but a lot of times it's just a programming thing to, we're going to allow this one to go faster. But anyway, so let's look at the Select so far. You're getting 18-inch carbonized gray painted aluminum wheels. You're going to get the Sync 4A with enhanced voice recognition and connective navigation, phone as a key, which I like a lot. I love on my Bronco. I can just go clink, push it to start. If I want to warm it up that way, we're good to go. Now, once you get in, obviously you have to push the start button and all that, but that's beside the point. Obviously, electric, it's just all computer now. So you don't need a physical start button. Let's see what else we're getting. Voice recognition with connected navigation, phone as a key. You're getting the 10.2 digital cluster and the 15.5 touchscreen. You're getting Ford Copilot 360 with 2.0 assistance. Man, if I could say it, sequential. I can't even say this word. Rear turn signals. Oh man, I normally can say that. Anyways, and with the GT, that's why these are fun for me. I love the mess ups of this. So the GT, once again, starting out $61,995. You get an extended range battery and all-wheel drive only, not including the $7,500 federal tax credit, which Ford they haven't sold enough EVs just yet, so they are eligible for that. Where Tesla and I think Nissan's out of that game and a few others, they can't have that now. Martin S says, what do we got here? Pull this up. So Martin's saying the Hyundai Ioniq Q5 does 305 miles, which I think getting over that 300-mile mark is the sweet spot. I really do. And that's a hell of a vehicle. And I'm hoping to get to test that. Is it next month? I'll be in Dallas at a big car roundup where they bring all the manufacturers bring their vehicles in, get to play with them for a few hours. Should be fun. And I believe Hyundai's usually there on that. where I'm going. So back to this. So you're getting key features are 20-inch aluminum wheels. You're with high gloss black painted pockets and aero covers, and they need the aero covers because, well, trying to squeeze all the aerodynamics out of this as you can. Upgraded secondary electrical motor, unique GT badging, available with Magno Ride suspension, red painted brake calipers. Makes it look sporty, I guess. I'm not sure that the brakes are any different between the two. Sport front row seats, black Ionix ActiveX with Myco. I'm not sure on that one. Inserts, metallic stitching, power lift gate, that's really nice. You push button on your key fob and it does come up. You're getting LED projector headlamps with signature lighting. You're getting the B&O 10 speaker sound system and a black painted roof. Black painted roof, especially in different colors. Obviously, this black GT we're looking at just gives it a little bit more pop. And with EVs, you're not getting a lot of options. So I guess the idea of a little sportier look is something. So first off, we're gonna go through both of these because I'm curious what the major differences are, because already 43,000 to 61,000. That's a big difference. So let's hit the the select. So first off, we're getting options here: standard range battery, rear wheel drive. So EPA estimate range of 247 miles. Usable battery capacity is 700 kilowatts an hour. 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. Power is 317 foot-pounds of torque and 266 horsepower. That 5.8 is ridiculous already. I know in, with the Plaid, what is it, like under 2, or not under 2, or is it 1.9 or something? I forget, or that's what they're claiming. Tesla's claiming maybe the sports car is going to do, but still it's under 3 and it's freaking ridiculous. And can you really tell a difference? You get into the 5s to the 2s. Physically, can you tell the G-pole any difference? I'm sure you can slightly, but we're starting to with EVs. Like, what's next? You're going to like a time machine, you push it and it's suddenly you're back, oh, well, this was negative time. So Martin says the TFL team reviewed the GT and said, bang for the money, get the base. I would agree so far from what I've kind of researched this, but we'll get into that. The mileage, I do wish that this mileage was just slightly better. I really think in this day and age, now I don't research battery tech that well. I'm not one of those channels that really want to dig into that, because it's like reading, tech blogs, and it just might as well get out of the business for me. But the 247, I really wish this was 280. And then you get into the higher capacity batteries and you get over 300, but it is what it is. I think for daily use, 247 miles is pretty good. You can definitely get a couple days. What is average commute, I think, is 40 miles. So you get a couple days out of that before you'd really need to charge. So that's probably a sweet spot, what these manufacturers are figuring for most people daily use. But let's see, the standard range battery all-wheel drive is a $2,700 upgrade or upcharge, and you're getting less mileage. But why is that? Same battery pack. It's just you're getting the front and rear motors. Let's see, usable batteries is 7 to 70 kilowatts. 0 to 60 almost almost under 5.2. You're getting more power. The foot-pounds of torque is up because of the extra motors. You're getting 428 foot-pounds of torque and 266 horsepower. So not really any more horsepower, just you're getting that pull. So which one if right now for just an upcharge of $2,700, Martin, which one are you choosing? Do you want less mileage but a little bit more pull, or do you want more mileage and just deal with the sub 6 in the 0 to 60? I don't do 0 to, like, it's with EVs. That's one of the cool things is 0 to 60. Oh my God, that's so quick. I don't leave a red light at 0 to 60 and like crank it every time. That's not for me. So I think for this build, I definitely would probably select the just the normal battery. Let's see. Martin says, I'm hunting for a used Porsche Taycan. Yes. I've owned BMW's i3s with the extended gas engine and had major range anxiety because I reached faster than yeah. Yes. No. The Taycan is a sweet ride. It's a very, very sweet ride. More mileage for sure, Martin says, which I agree. That's what we've got up here. So now let's look around this thing. Let's at that viewpoint right there. Honest to God, it looks like almost like the old Taurus from that right there. Like I see that and I'm like, it's just a Ford whatever their latest Taurus was. But you see it, you do start to see it from the side profile. You do get that vibe of the what is it, the E or the Y? You kind of getting that little bit of hatchback vibe from that. Overall though, no, it's not a bad looking car. The side profile, let me see if I can get to that. Going the wrong way, Dave. Side profile, it's not bad. But I'll say this, like, yes, aerodynamics mean everything. So you're getting to kind of losing some of the fun of vehicles. What's up, Cole? Some of the fun of vehicles is the different shapes, man. And we're starting to see, like, they're all, for aerodynamical reasons, they're just all kind of looking like the same vehicles. But we'll look around with this thing just a little bit more. There is a direct side, and you can see where the little charging port there is. Once again, though, it's not I don't look at this thing. I saw it at the Chicago Auto Show in 20. Right before these came, they debuted them for sale, and I liked it. I sat in it. It was a nice vehicle, but I don't know. I'm still just not 100% on the EV train just yet. But let's look at our color options. So we got Shadow Black, we got Ice Blue Silver, which is not a bad looking color. Grabber Blue, which is it's pretty popping. It's a bright color. Dark Matter Gray, which is that's kind of a classic color, I think. And we got Cyber Orange Metallic, which is an upcharge of $795. Not bad. My personal favorite, Rapid Red, which is what I have on my Bronco, which it changes a little bit in the light. You can see it right here. You can see the lightness of it. And of course, this is a digital image, but I do like that color because it does give you a little something in daylight. Let's see what else we got here. Space White Metallic and Star White Metallic, which I can almost not tell a difference. It looks just a tint, more little maybe darker tint to it. Out of these color choices, where are we at? Where would you guys pick? Shadow Black once again. Let me let's pull this thing around where we can see the front of it a little bit. There we go. So there's Shadow Black, Ice Blue Silver Metallic, Grabber Blue, which is a fun color. Maybe I would get tired of that color though. Let's see what else we got here. This is the dark gray, Cyber Orange. Once again, I like this color, but it needs something to tone it down, some accent to tone it down just a little bit. But there's an upcharge to that, almost $800 for almost $500 for the classic Rapid Red. Space White is no upcharge. And then the Star White Metallic, which is, it's going to have that pearl to it. It's going to sheen a little bit for $795. Where are we at in the comments here? Mark Young says Shadow Black. Cole says Ford, we need you to make a Galaxy E. That would be awesome, dude. That is a great idea, man. Mach E fan says, what about a hybrid Bronco? Hybrid Bronco is coming. I think you're going to see it as a late 23 option. The Ford has been testing it. Nothing official just yet, but there's enough pictures of it being out and around being tested. What's up, Blueford? But let's see. Anna says, looks like a Mazda 3. Carry a gas generator and get you when the battery dies. Honestly, I think infrastructure's coming. Whether you like this administration or not, they are dumping a ton of money into getting chargers out there, which in the middle of America. So I'm about to do a trip to Iowa this week, and I'm driving the Bronco to Iowa. And if it were an EV, definitely I would have the range anxiety because middle America out there has not got all the options we do in more. I'm in Nashville area, so I have more charging options. Man, now back to colors. I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I really do like that Rapid Red. I think it's a classic color, and I do like this dark gray. That's kind of a classic color too. I think this Grabber Blue is awesome. I think they need to do that color on the Ranger is what I think they need to do. Even I think that might look good on the Bronco. But this is a tough one. Let's see that black again. I think that black just needs a little bit of red accents around, the electric Bronco out there. But I'm gonna go with rapid red. It's gonna. I know. I have this vehicle or this color vehicle with Ford, but I think overall it's just this is kind of a sedan, really. I think I don't want the more popping colors. Now, if I were looking at the GT, maybe. But I think for me that rapid red looks great. We'll kind of go around there a little bit. You know, not bad, not bad at all. Once again, that just looks like an updated Taurus right there to me. But there we go. So let's move on to interior. Jeff says ice blue, the grabber blue. It's a good color, man. Once again, some of those I think would I get tired of it. Now, this is what we would see in the interior of this thing. This is it's got the Active X seating material, black ionic or black onyx. Man, we learned to talk today, David. So this is what we would see sitting into it. I do like the kind of accents with it. Black in a vehicle trim is always a classic color. You can never go wrong with that. Just a little bit of the it's a silver, but I believe that's a cloth all through there. But just breaks it up just enough. I like how they've went with the tack. It's very I won't say Tesla like, but I do like that they're giving you just enough that you need up there. We're just doing, we don't need the old days, the old cars, you'd had 16 tacks up there. Of course, these are digital versus the analog, and it would have been too busy. I think the idea that what they're doing with electric vehicles is we know they're going to be autonomous driving in the next 20 years. You're just going to put your destination in and it's going to take you there. I think slowly what these manufacturers know is we need to ease the consumers into less is more. And I think that's what some of the dash pieces are. But you can see very classic Ford steering wheel. It's got any options you need. I do like how they're doing the up screen. I do like how they're doing that. And Ford has a lot of options with this. And I've been happy with Sync 4, and I think you'd be happy with that. There you can see your drive modes, which is you're going to rest your arm on the armrest anyways. Why not have them right there? Hazard button, so on. Let's look around here a little bit. That nice gray roof kind of breaks it up a little bit, because if this was completely black, like at night, it'd be almost too dark. Wow, you're getting a armrest with, I bet there's cup holders in there, Ford. I'm looking at you with the no cup holders in my Bronco. But not bad. So we don't really have any options here to choose from. So we're going to move on. Blueford says the Kia EV6 is a good looking vehicle. Yes, and I do plan on, I need to get into the Kias a little bit and the Hondas. So what's up next? So we're getting a couple options. So we got the Comfort Technological Package. Let's see more details on that. So this package is going to include the Ford Copilot 360 Active 2.0, Ford Blue Cruise, which guess what? It's going to be a subscription if you want all that. They're going to give it to you much like Sirius XM radio. You're going to get it for a few months, and then they're going to say, hey, do you want to keep doing that? Which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. I think if you buy the vehicle or lease it for 3 years or whatever, that should just be part of the lease or purchase. Anyways, or part of their warranty. So Active Park Assist 2.0, we're going to get the 360-degree cameras, cargo area cover, power lift gate, which is nice, especially, you're got things in your arm, maybe you have your fob in your hand, you just pop it and you're good to go. Heated front row seats, heated steering wheel. I'm looking at you once again, Ford. You put this all in one package. Could you not done that with the Bronco? Maybe we could have slimmed down some of the options. But you're going to get the heated steering wheel, memory driver seat, and side view power folding mirrors, 6-way manual passenger seat. I guess 6-way for a passenger seat is pretty cool, but I don't know. For $3,200 though, is all this worth it to you? I think with EV, obviously, I like driving vehicles, but probably EV more. The reason for me to want to do EV is to experience the less fatigue of driving. So I think for me, just having the option for the Blue Cruise, I think I would add that. So let's X out of that. Interior protection package. So let's see what we got here. It popped it in there, but you're getting floor mats. Now, what's funny is floor mats are floor mats, right? But in some of the other vehicles, I think F-150 and Bronco, you can get these almost identical mats. for 160 bucks, 180 bucks, something like that. But I think because they think the audience for this vehicle would pay it, so they're going to do that. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it on there. I'm going to leave it on there. I like floor mats, and I'm not big on like having to order WeatherTechs or Huskies or any of that. Though they may do it better. I just kind of like having that option right there. So let's click the order. And here we go. So to place this order, they're going to want some money. But let's see. Let's look at our options were. So total MSRP is $43,895. Options, we did $3,935. Destination and delivery charges of $1,100. Wow, they're damn near $1,600 on everything else. I guess to try to keep the cost down on these vehicles is what they're doing. We do have the potential of the $7,500 federal savings, state savings. Let's click that because I'm curious. So depending on where you live, you do get tax credits. I know like Georgia, Colorado's big on it. Their states add I think it's almost like 7,500 more, and that does change year to year. But they do have some options on that. But you could save quite a bit of money, and you're looking at $48,000 for the total MSRP of this. Which I want to write this down because we're going to get into the GT. So let's see, 48,930 for the Select is where we're at. And let's see, let's look at some of our vehicle details. We're going with the Rapid Red. You're getting all this mobile power cord. I don't know, battery specifications. 247 miles, which is key. And I want to write that down as well because I think we're going to see a big difference. So 247 is our miles. All right, so we're going to move on now. I want to go back. So let me do this. I hope you guys enjoy these build prices. These are fun for me. This one I knew might not be as fun as some of the other lives, but I wanted to, that's why I wanted to do the EV this way. All right, so I've got the screen back. So this is back to the main page. So we're going to build our own once again. All right, now we're going to go with the GT because, well, performance. And I've always said in my build and prices that I want the most horsepower generally I can get, but EV changes that slightly, I think. Martin says the VW i4 rumors are they're going to have a big price decrease to best Kia and Hyundai's EV5. Some of these companies, I'm like Ford with EV, they've came in it fast. Some of these companies like Nissan and Tesla have been messing with this for well over 10 years now. So they have like a history, even though, the Leaf is, the initial 86-mile range or whatever it was a little, I felt like they could have done a little bit better, but they gradually over time have done better. And I think that they knew, and like Tesla knew, well, we're going to get all this feedback from our customers. Obviously the cars are sending out all the information. They're building on it slowly. And some of these companies like VW and some of these that are just throwing all this money at it and hadn't had the full background with EV that some of the other companies have. I don't know, man. I'm the jury's still out for me with some of these. Even Ford, 3 years ago, hybrid was barely on their map. So anyways, that's for another show. So let's see. Let's click order on the GT and see what happens here. First off, like the last time, we got battery options. Now, extended range battery for the all-wheel drive. Estimated range is 270. Well, what did we have before? 247 miles. So you're getting almost 20 more miles, a little over 20 miles maybe of range with this. But there was the initial cost, right? What, $61,000? So where's the bargain in that? But what you are getting now with the GTs, you're getting this. 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, 600 foot-pounds of torque, which is ridiculous. Like, you think about your big F1 or F250, 350s, your Dodge 2500s. That's in their range of torque, and you're getting 480 horsepower, which is almost any more with EVs. Torque is more than anything. Horsepower is almost, I don't know. Horsepower, old school knows it, but it's almost about torque. And for $6,000, here's the GT Performance Edition extended range battery. And key information on this one, 260 miles. So we're losing 10 miles. And both batteries have 91 kilowatt hour batteries. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Wow, we're gonna knock what 3/10 of 0 to 60 off there. And your torque is bumped up to 340 or 334 foot-pounds of torque, and horsepower stays the same. If we're choosing this one, I'm gonna be honest, the couple extra tenths means zero to me. Like for 10 more miles or of range, and it's at $6,000 upcharge, that's kind of ridiculous to me. I don't know about you guys, but I think for this build, this one here, stick with the basic battery on that. I just don't see where for $6,000 that's ridiculous. Now there are people that want the ultimate performance of whatever they're buying. I get that, but and let's see what we're going to get with the old GT. So there's the side profile. Looks like you get a slightly bigger wing in the back. Obviously different wheels. You're going to get some flashy there, but there once again, there's that Taurus look to me. I could be wrong, but is what it is. But it's a nice. I know that some of the trim pieces are a little bit different. I believe on the front you're getting a different. Yeah, the front you're getting more of that GT style front valence. There's nothing aerodynamic about anything about this. You've got your when they need cooling for the brakes and stuff, you got your automatic fins that'll pop up there. But now we got colors, and we're back to colors again, and we're not going to really debate this one too much because, well, it is what it is. And I think to properly price compare both of these, we need to choose the same color. So I'm going to click Rapid Red. And we're going to walk around this vehicle once again because I want to see if does it change a little bit. We're getting that black roof. Does give it a little bit of extra oomph. You can see it there. Of course, it looks like the bigger wind deflector there. Once again, I know these trim pieces are slightly different. And you're getting, the red matching with GTs, you're getting the red matching fender flares, where on the normal Mach E, you're just getting black. They're the same. Everything about it's the same. It's just these are painted. So let's get more into this and see what options we do have or don't have. Now with the GT, real quick, you can already see there's a little bit of extra like pinstriping, but it's a striping there that makes it a little bit more aggressive looking. Nothing on the steering wheel there so far. I don't see anything that looks, just stand out different besides that. You are getting some GT there, which is kind of cool. The seats look a lot different. Maybe it's a little bit more racier looking seats. I can't tell what this, probably for the B&O sound systems, what I'm going to guess, which if you've had any experience with B&O sound system, it's the most overrated thing Ford puts in a vehicle. Just there's not a ton of difference in the sounds. You'll get more options for speakers, but that's about it. These back seats look really racy. You're getting, obviously this will fold down. But overall, you look black roof instead of that gray that the normal Select had. But this does this date itself though? Does this kind of orange piping, would it eventually you'd be like, oh man, it reminds me when I think of a vehicle from the 70s, I don't think this obviously it looks like it's in the 70s, but it's kind of my thought is like, oh, that is this vehicle in 10 years gonna be like, yeah, that was the 20s, the roaring 20s, man. That's what we did back then. But overall, it's not a bad looking vehicle. So black Onyx ActiveX with the inserts, metallic stitching, it's included. So let's go to the next package. So now we're going to get the Ford Copilot 360 Active 2.0, which is a $1,900 option, which what was it on the last one? I can't remember, but it was a slight upcharge for this. I think it was $3,600, something like that. So 2.0 Ford Blue Cruise Active Park Assist and the 360-degree cameras. Hopeful says Ford's first crossover Mustang. I agree. I'm gonna add that because basically we had that on the last package, so I'd like them to be somewhat close. Panoramic. Now this is an option that I don't believe we had on the last one. The panoramic fixed glass roof for $1,500. Let's see if we can see a little bit better picture of that. Fixed glass roof that spans both rows of the vehicle. The special reflective coating of glass helps protect the cabin from infrared and ultraviolet light. Note: panoramic fixed glass roof replaces the black painted roof, and it replaces the black painted. Well, it says it again there. Okay. Where are you guys at with that? That's a tough one for me because I really do like the panoramic roofs. I've been in them with the F-150s. I think it really nice. In this vehicle, though, do we want it? Ford's first crossover Mustang. That is how Ford classifies it under their internal documents. Crossover SUV. I don't doubt that. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. $1,500. I'm going to say no because it was an option in the last one, and I kind of wanted to cross check these. Now we have the interior package. I've got to add that because we did it on the last one. It's $240 for some floor mats, which seems ridiculous. And what we didn't have, and Ford's, I will say this, Ford's build and price websites are great till they're not. And well, why did we get the Ford front license plate bracket on this? It's not really an option. It's just $0, but they show it on this, but they didn't show it on the last one. It's something Ford, like I've seen on their Bronco pages, like you can get this, but you can't get this. You can do this, but you can't do that. But let's take a look. So 66,000 estimated MSRP, $66,130. And for total cost though, 67,000. Gotta write this down. 67,230. And they're both basically relatively same equipped vehicles. Obviously you're getting a little bit different with the battery options, but let's see. 67,230 minus 48 and 9. Can't read my own writing. So $18,000 difference, $18,300 difference, which is pretty pricey, man. For what you're getting less, really, well, not less mileage. You're getting what, 270 versus 247, but I'm not paying $18,000 for that. And yeah, 0 to 60 was what, 5.8, something like that, and you're getting in the 5.3s. That's not worth it to me. They're calling this a GT, and I don't see the value in that at all. Yeah, sure, you can knock that price down because it says it's not including the $7,500 federal tax credit that Ford is eligible for right now. Let's see. Is he paying attention on this one? Info, yeah, I did. I'm glad you said that, though. I did not catch that. No, I haven't seen any options disappear. GM's website is way different than Ford's website, though. And thank you, seriously though, thank you for calling that out on that last one because I did not catch the wheel difference. But you know, $18,000 difference for this vehicle, that's ridiculous. And yes, once again, you can knock it down $7,500 if your state may have $3,500 or something different. You can knock that price down, but you're still, for what you can get for this, you can go get a damn near, if you want a Challenger or something like a big Hemi Challenger that's, yeah, it's not going to have the initial takeoff, but it's just going to sound like something versus these things don't sound like anything. And curious where you guys are at on that, because that's been the building price of the GT versus the Select. And EV is it's a tricky mistress, you know. She's you think most of these you can charge them up to 80% pretty quickly. After that, it's a damn near all day process, depending on the level of charging that you're doing. You know, you can get up to what, the 3s and the 4s or whatever it is in charging, and yeah, they'll go a lot faster, but they're hard to find. At home, you're at 240 no matter what. And I've seen some of these, what is it, like 10 hours to completely charge them fully, which seems a little bit ridiculous to me. I don't know. I think I'm curious when GM comes out with their Avalanche, or sorry, not Avalanche, their Silverado EV. They're claiming 400 miles. I'm curious to see the difference, the actual difference between that and some of like the F-150 Lightning when they start doing their EV crossovers like this. comparing both of those. Obviously Ram and Stellantis has their whole fleet they're about to lay out for everybody. Hyundai, everybody has these things, and seems to be some of the range just seems to be it's a programming issue. They're obviously these cars are learning. They're sending all the information back to the mothership, and they're going to constantly tweak them to get one more mile here, one more mile there, and eventually I think all these vehicles will be in the 400-mile range. But let me know where you guys are at with that thing. Impisho says EV is great if you want to stay close to home. I agree. I think at 400-mile range, like I was saying with the Silverado that they're claiming, it's a little more practical. But how long is it going to take to charge that? Especially, my vehicle, I don't park it at a level 3 charger or whatever it is. I park my vehicle at home, and I'm going to plug it in there, and I'm just the way it is. I'm trapped at 240 volts to charge these things. So it is what it is. Mobile says Hummerado, right? Hopefully it's not as heavy as that Hummer, man. It's freaking ridiculous. I don't recommend Fords. I've owned nothing but Fords. Let some fool take the first year falls out. If you enjoy the open air experience of a golf cart. Oh man. Well, that's that new Hummer, man. If you want the open air golf cart experience, you can take all 4 panels out, and then you feel like you're somebody. And there's already recalls on the Hummer. I think the taillights are prone to catch fire. There was some weird recall to it. So anyways, there you go. There is the build and price of this thing. And once again, thank you for stopping by. I would have done it more formal of this one, but there's not a lot of options to get with these things. They are what they are. Maybe I'll look into Tesla, see what we can do that way. Jeffrey says, I'm not interested in the EV until it has 400-mile range. And that's kind of where I'm at with this thing. That was the appeal to me when I put my reservation down for that Silverado, was their claims. Now, do I actually get one? Who knows? A lot of us have went through. What's up, Valley Dude? A lot of us have went through the pains and issues of ordering Broncos, and Ford now with Mach E, of course, is built in Mexico to keep costs down. But the shipping charges, I will say the shipping charges on this thing is a lot cheaper, which is strange to me that it's coming from Mexico to the United States, and it's cheaper to do that than it is from Detroit to where I live was $1,500. I don't know, head scratcher. They're doing everything they can to keep the EVs as cheap as possible. So I guess if you would add another $1,000 that MSRP, somebody might have went, nope, not for me. So there we go. That has been it. We'll be live Monday for the Bronco Talk Live, and anything breaking, I'll be there. So also I have a new once a month we're doing some vintage shows. I have some from the vault, some old stuff that was released on another channel we're going to start dropping, and once a month you'll get to see really old Dave and a really younger Dave, and a lot of boneheaded mistakes I used to make. So if you think I'm silly now, wait till you see the old videos. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or these EVs we're all about to be forced to drive, this has been your All-Terrain Nation, and we've been checking out this Mach E, and I don't think it's ready for prime time just yet for me, but it may be for you. Peace, everybody. Love y'all. See you on Monday.